What's up guys, Hunter here with Precision, back with another video. Today we're going to do a quick explanation video on how we bake open a headlight. Pretty simple process. It's not really a secret, to be quite honest with you. We done a video before a couple years ago on how we do this as well. So yeah, we're just going to kind of detail that a little bit. We have a 2019 to 2023 style Ram headlight here. It's just a basic style headlight, but we're going to go ahead and get this baked open and kind of show you how the proper way to open it without breaking the headlight itself. So one of the first things you obviously need is an oven, and with the oven you're going to want to make sure that it's big enough so that the headlight can fit inside it. We actually have a couple different ovens here just because one of them's smaller than the other one and one of them's a little bit bigger. It's an older oven, but it fits these larger style headlights a little bit better. So that's the first thing that you're going to want to make sure there. Second thing, and I got Evan over here, he's gonna help. What's the second most important thing, Evan?
Putting these in though, not to let the lens touch the...
That's for sure. That's very important. One of the other important things in order to make sure that you're not going to break the headlight itself when you're opening it is heat and, well, I guess temperature. Heat, temperature, same thing. Temperature and time is going to be one of your most important things, and Evan's going to get our tools as well and show you those. Those are also very important, but time and temperature are going to be vital in the ease of opening these by baking them and not breaking them either. So he's got our tools here. These are very important as well. They're pretty simple. We got our breading tools is what we'll call them, I guess. Is there a different name that we use for these? We call them our spreaders. So we have a smaller one that we use here. This one's a little bit easier for, as we'll show you, getting into the smaller parts of the channel in order to get it started. And then this one is a little bit wider and bigger, and this one is nice for getting into the spaces that are a little bit more open, and you hold it, the lens open with this one while using your other hand to open it closer, I guess, to where it's still sealed with this one, and your flathead screwdriver. So obviously these are all covered in butyl because we didn't clean them off, but get a flathead. We like to use one that's kind of skinny and long like this one. It works pretty well to get in the cracks of these channels right here. Okay, so it's a little bit easier if you use a little bit longer skinny screwdriver. You can see the head on the screwdriver is not very wide, and then being a little bit sharper is helpful. It just sucks if you accidentally stab yourself, right, Evan? So anyways, it is helpful though in getting, because you're obviously going to be wanting to pry in between the plastic and the lens right here. So having a skinny, sharper screwdriver is going to be helpful in that. And this is going to be what you're going to start the opening process with, is the screwdriver itself, and then we'll bring in the spreader tools after that. All right, we had to take a quick pizza break, but we're back to work. Evan is going to go ahead and put this in the oven for us. Our oven is set at 240 degrees, and we're gonna put this in for 20 minutes, approximately 20 minutes. Okay, so we'll take you over to the oven here. Like I said, we have a couple different ovens here. This one is larger, it's older, more ancient, but she fits a little bit better. This one, if it's touching the sides, not the end of the world, because it really shouldn't do anything. It's more or less, you don't want to touch that top element because it will scratch the lens, obviously. So she fits in there nicely. We are going to set it in here for 20 minutes, and once 20 minutes is over, we'll catch you on the other side and get to prying it open. All right, so Evan is pulling our light. We have our tools here again. Remember, a couple spreaders like this, and then a flathead screwdriver. Now, fresh out of the oven, nice and hot. We're gonna normally start towards the bottom of the light, whichever light it is. So we're gonna start in here. We're gonna open this up here. It is usually best if you have two people to do this, just because one person can pry with the flathead and then another person can spread with the spreaders. So we're gonna go ahead, I'll pry, and then Evan will spread and show you how we get this open. All right, so we're gonna start in the bottom here, right here. We're trying to film a YouTube video here and we are recording. We're gonna start in the bottom like so. We did let it get a little chilly, but that's all right. So I'm gonna start by releasing these tabs, prying this away a little bit, get that sealant away. I need to get it up enough so that Evan can get in here and spread with his spreaders. And we'll go over here, get this started. Okay, there we go. Now I got to release. Evan's gonna stick his spreaders in that spot, hopefully. Okay, and if you see here, we got it up enough so that he can stick those in there, and then also he'll get his other set. And we're gonna go work our way around this way, so we're gonna trade spots. And remember not to pry too much because that will result in cracking the lens. So that's why it's easiest to lead with the flathead, because the flathead is going to allow you to pry up while the spreaders kind of assist you a little bit. Do you want to move over there?
Yeah.
Alright, you should be good. The corners sometimes are the trickiest part, so if you can kind of get past the corners, it should flow pretty easy from there. But work your way around. Like I said, I'm gonna do this, so he's gonna hold it right there. I'm gonna get this corner up. Try not to break your tabs here. Just move them out of the way. And I'll get it under here. Put that one back there. Okay. And once you get it going, it should go pretty easily. Just go slowly so you don't crack the lens. But once it gets going, like I said, it kind of just releases itself the rest of the way. Just nicely pry yourself away with the other spreaders. Here, we're gonna move back this way. You want to come over here and go out this way. Then we'll work back from where we just started. And we've done this hundreds of times, so we kind of know the best way to work these ram lights. So if it's your first time, you might have to figure that out a little bit, but we normally find it best to kind of work it around that way. And she should just kind of pop like that. But usually on any style of headlight, it works best to kind of work it around that way. And just like that, get the lens off. And from there, you can kind of reform your channels a little bit if you need to from prying them open. But from there, now that everything is, or the lens I guess itself is off, you'll go ahead and clean your channels here and do what you need to with the headlight. So yeah, you'll have your channels here. This is obviously the old sealant that you're going to need to remove, usually by using a flathead screwdriver or something alike. Probably the worst part of the job, right, Evan? Yes, just because it's not very fun to sit there and almost stab yourself by trying to, what's the word I'm looking for? Trying to scrape out the sealant, I guess. But yeah, that's what you're going to want to do next after you get it apart. But from here, obviously we're going to remove this. We're going to paint this. We won't show you that process, obviously, just because painting is painting. But we're going to get this part, paint that, and do a couple things to this, and then we'll seal it. So once you get this all cleaned, I will say, you will want to add some sealant, and I don't know if we got a box laying around or something. We use, it's a Morimoto brand sealant, and it's actually a butyl is what it's called. That's the best one that we have found that works for headlights and stuff like that. It's akin to a windshield sealant, but it's different in that it is actually made for specifically headlights, and it's easier to work with. So anyways, clean this out, reapply that new sealant, and then do what you need to with the rest of the headlight. And then as far as, all right, so you can kind of see here, this one is cleaned out actually already. So this is what an empty channel will look like with that old sealant being removed. And what we'll go ahead and insert that new sealant in these channels. And then from there, we will, like I said, oven will still be at 240 degrees. You're gonna insert the housing back into the oven, and then let it sit for probably about 15 minutes in the oven so that sealant can soften. And then once you pull it back out of the oven, spread that sealant a little bit, and then place the lens on top of the headlight. So we're waiting on some sealant in order to seal up some of these headlights, but that's the initial process of just opening the headlight itself, getting it open, and then, like I said, do whatever you're planning on doing to the headlight itself, whether it's paint or retrofitting a certain way. So now that part's done, we're going to go ahead and do the resealing process. But again, we're waiting on some sealant, so we're going to come back with that here in a little bit and show you how we actually reseal it as well, because once you unseal the headlight and open it up, you're obviously going to need to reseal it somehow. So we'll show you just a little bit as far as how that goes, and then you'll be set as far as needing to open and reseal your headlight. All right, so we got our butyl in, and we're going to seal this ram headlight right here, show you how we kind of put this butyl in the channels. And then we're gonna get the headlight in the oven and reseal it from there. So for starters, let's go ahead and throw this butyl. You can tell it should fit perfectly within the channel here, which makes it super easy to then go ahead and throw in the oven and then throw the lens on, and we'll be set. So again, pretty straightforward here. I'm gonna take this and insert it into your freshly cleaned channels. As long as you clean your channels well, you will have a solid seal so that your headlight won't end up leaking later on. So I'm gonna go ahead, I'm just gonna put this new butyl in, this Morimoto butyl, and then we'll go through and toss it in the oven here in a second. Fast forward this one. Okay, so our butyl is inserted into the channels. We're gonna go ahead. Remember, the oven should be set at 240. And for this, just to get soft, in order to then put our lens here on, it only needs to be in the oven for about 15 minutes. And then I'll show you a trick we do, just kind of help smooth it out so that you get a good seal. But we're gonna go ahead, throw this in the oven, wait 15 minutes, and bring it back out, and then we'll be good to put our lens on and fully seal the headlight. Okay, so we have the headlight here, just pulled it out of the oven. What we're gonna do, we have this flathead screwdriver, just something that fits the channels perfectly, and we're gonna take this and essentially just gonna spread this butyl, this melted butyl, in the channels so that it kind of fills the channels nice and cleanly, because it'll just create a better seal for us for the lens to go on. So just do a real quick channel sweep with a good sized flathead all the way around, and then bring it back up. Okay, once that's done, we're going to take the light, we're going to blow it off real quick with our air so that we make sure there's no dust inside of it. Especially if you clean the channels, you're probably going to have some leftover sealant in there, so you're going to want to make sure that's clean. And so once that's on, then you can take your lens that I have here, okay, and we are going to, let me zoom out a little bit for us. You can see here, we're going to place that over the top. You're going to want to move kind of quick because this butyl is going to cool fairly quick, but just get that over the top. Make sure everything's lined up channels wise, and you can kind of hear that sealant close itself in. Use some force by just pressing the headlight down. Make sure all these tabs on the edges are okay. And if you don't think your butyl is soft enough, you can toss it back in the oven for a little bit and then push it back down. But as long as you get pushed down as much as you possibly can, you should be set. Okay, just like that, our headlight is sealed. Just like that, our headlight is sealed here. As you can tell, fully done. Everything's pressed all the way down, and we're set. So like I said, fairly straightforward, and we may have made it look a little bit easier than it is, but again, we've done hundreds, thousands of lights, and so maybe a little more simple for us, just for the process how we do it. Hopefully that was helpful in just kind of helping you just understand the basics of it, of opening a headlight like this and then resealing it. Remember, most important thing is your time and your temperature in the oven for opening it, and temperature as well for resealing. 240 is what we found to be about perfect. 20 minutes or so to open it. 2 people to open works really well. And then when you go to seal it, make sure you use a good quality butyl like that Morimoto stuff that we use. And then go ahead and toss it back in the oven and melt that butyl a little bit. Once that's all taken care of, you can go ahead and place your lens over. Make sure everything's nice and clean. We love compressed air. We use it all the time for sealing lights because it makes sure we get all the hairs, dust, dirt, whatever it is, out of the lens, out of the lights, so that when we go to seal, it looks like a brand new light. So hopefully that was helpful. We think putting videos like this out are helpful for you. Now again, maybe you don't want to tackle this by yourself because it is a little bit more daunting than we maybe made it seem. But if you do want to shoot for it, try to attempt it yourself. There you go. There's a helpful couple quick steps. But if you want us to take care of it for you, as always, reach out to us. Let us know how we can take care of you, take care of your headlights, and we'd love to get them done for you. So Hunter, Precision Retrofits, signing off. We will see you on the next video.